Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the 25 books that I read in January. So get something to eat and get a drink. It was 25 books. Now, the way we are going to start doing wrap-ups on my channel is that if I talk extensively about these books in a reading vlog, then I will link the reading vlog up here or down in the description, and I will just tell you to go look at those for more thoughts or for any thoughts. So I'm not really going to be talking about the books that I read while I was vlogging, but any books that I read while I was not vlogging will be talked about here. So I have both of my reading journals, and I have Goodreads pulled up. The first two books I did not vlog, so we will talk about The Kind Worth Saving by Peter Swanson. I got this on my TBR game for January, and it was for TBR Knockout. So I did read this very early on in January, and basically it's the second in the Kind Worth series. I heard that there are going to be more in this series, and that's kind of exciting. So you follow Henry, who he used to be a police officer, but now he is like a private detective, a private eye, and he is investigating this woman named Joan. She came to his office and she's like, I think my husband's cheating on me, and she hired him to check, her husband, and things get wild and crazy. There's a murder that happens, and I was just along for the ride. This was a real fun time. I enjoyed it. The next one that I read was Pet Pick in January's TBR, and it was Jelly Bean got to pick, and he picked The Second Chance Year by Melissa Wisner. This follows, oh my gosh, I can't remember her name. Sadie. Not good at names. This follows Sadie, and she's having like a really bad year. Her fiance and her broke up. She got fired from her pastry chef job, and she's living on her brother's best friend's couch for right now, or his guest room for right now. And she wishes for like a redo. She wants to redo her year that has been just bad. And she goes to this New Year's party where there's a psychic, and her wish comes true. And she wakes up the next day and it's like 2022. This was really, really cute. It's very slow at parts, but it really teaches you the lesson, like that maybe wishes aren't exactly what they're supposed to be, or that be careful what you wish for, that old saying. But it's like, so it was really, really sweet. I liked this a lot. I think I give it 4 stars. I'm gonna see what my next book was. I'm trying to go in order. Oh, okay. Then I read a Kindle book. I'll get out of the way. I read Movie Star by Jessica Simpson. It was like 40 pages or something, but basically it's just her repeating the mantra, I have a secret and I'm not gonna tell you. I have a secret and I'm not gonna tell you. I have a secret and I'm not gonna tell you. She talks briefly about dating a movie star, but she doesn't name names, and again just goes, I have a secret, but I'm not gonna tell you. So I highly don't recommend that. The next one was Carrie by Stephen King. There is a reading vlog of that. I believe it's the Winterween reading vlog, so I'll link Winterween right here or down below or both. So if you want to hear my thoughts on Carrie, go check that out. Also, Tell Me a Story by Joel Farley was an audiobook that I listened to for Winterween, along with I read The Grip of It by Jake Jamek and Mallory by Josh Mallerman in the Winterween reading vlog. I'm not gonna speak about The Grip of It, like, it was fine, but Mallory gave me literal nightmares. I was reading this in the dark, and I will link the Winterween reading vlog up there or in the description box below, but please go check it out. I was legitimately terrified, so I stopped reading to turn on my camera, and it was like pitch black. Let me show you. And then I whispered into the camera because I was scared. So if you want some of this, go watch that vlog. That one was really fun to make though. And then the last book that I listened to for this vlog was The Babysitter Lives by Stephen Graham Jones. It definitely went a different direction. I was hoping for like a home invasion slasher story. It is more like supernatural, paranormal. So do with that what you will. A couple of books that are in my game time weekend reading vlog. I'll link it up here or down below or both. So the first book that I read in this reading vlog is the answer is Reflections on My Life by Alex Trebek. I normally don't rate nonfiction, but I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars. It felt like I was finally closing a chapter on my life that was really, really hard for me because Alex Trebek passed away, and more than that, like, my grandpa passed away many years ago now, and me and Grandpa Jesse used to watch Jeopardy and make silly faces and come up with weird answers to the questions, and it was just memories that I felt like if I finished this book that I would be saying goodbye to those memories. And like, it's not like that at all, but you know, grief will do things to you. Then I read Waiting for Tom Hanks by Carrie Winfrey in that reading vlog. I also read The Safest Lies by Megan Miranda and One of Us is Lying by Carrie M. McManus. Carrie. And One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus. We ended that reading vlog on To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Oh my gosh. This is going to be one of my top 5 favorite books of all time. And if you want me to do a video where I give you my top 5 or top 10 favorite books of all time, let me know in the comments below. And I will very much do that. This one broke my heart. I read it because it is my brother-in-law's favorite book, and like I understand why it's his favorite. Mine is always gonna be Where the Red Fern Grows, but this is such a good contender. Scout, oh, you follow Scout, and she is this child growing up in the 60s, and she doesn't understand all the hate in the world, and she's curious about everything, and she wants to get to know everyone. And if that was not me as a child, heck, if that was not me most days as an adult, I don't know what is. But this was just so beautiful and so heart-wrenching, and I absolutely loved it. But if you want to see more in-depth thoughts, like I said, go check out that reading vlog. Then I read Same Time Next Year by Tessa Bailey. Britta is this hockey player's sister. It's not about him, it's fine. And he comes up to her and he's like, you should marry Summers so that he can stay in the country because he needs his green card. And there are problems with this book. Like, the way the green card was approached and how quick Summers got it, not realistic. I still really enjoyed this book. It was a 4 out of 5 star book for me. It was just a lot of fun if you can take out the inconsistencies of like not being super realistic right there, but it was fine. Then Love Me Like You Mean It by Laura Burton was a Kindle book that I read. Okay, so Emma had a real bad day, so she went to her friend's like bridal shop where she has wedding dresses. She tried on a wedding dress, and then Emma started this lie that she is getting married. So then it's like this fake marriage trope to her best friend. I didn't feel the chemistry. I didn't see any character development, and I just really didn't like Emma. Then I listened to A Vineyard Valentine by Nina Boki, which is an Audible original. This follows Eloise, who is the owner of this vineyard, and they always do this Valentine's Day event, but this year they're gonna do 2 of them. They're gonna do one like I love Valentine's Day and one like anti-Valentine's Day, and at the anti-Valentine's Day event she may or may not find someone that she is interested in. It was really short, and I didn't really care about the romance. I liked the business aspect more, so I ended up giving it 3 stars. It was fine. Then I listened to Killjoy by Holly Jackson, which is the prequel to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I love A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, but Killjoy was a just pass. Don't read it. It was stupid. Then I read The Ancestor, Just Like Home, and The Book of Accidents in a reading vlog that should be out either right before this or right after this. So I just finished editing it today, so I need to post it. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Then I did not vlog reading Unqualified by Anna Faris. I always used to call her Anna Faris, but that is not how you say her name. This was just like a memoir that she wrote, but in a lot of ways it did feel very like self-helpy and preachy in a lot of aspects. But she keeps saying, I'm unqualified, so don't take my advice, but here's my advice anyway. It was fine. I don't rate nonfiction typically, so that's the good news. Then I also read The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, and oh my gosh. Oh, I loved this book. I think on Goodreads it says 4-star, but it has to be a 5-star thriller for me. So I went into this very reluctantly. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna like this book because it's talked about everywhere. So you follow Nina. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So this is dark and twisted. All you need to know is that you follow the housemaid who is supposed to, you know, clean the house, take care of your kid. Kind of more of like a nanny, housemaid, all in one, chef, I guess, because she cooks too. And you see things through the housemaid's eyes that are very creepy and very like, oh my god. But it's not what you think it is because it's twisted and very psychological. It gets in your mind, and I loved this book. So if you haven't picked up The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, you should. Don't be like me and don't be afraid. Alright, our last three, I'll talk about The Wall of Winnipeg and Me first by Mariana Zapata. There is a reading vlog coming out. I think it came out before this video, but as of filming it hasn't come out yet. This was a good time. That's all I'm gonna say here, because I'm gonna direct you to that reading vlog. But like, we read this in one weekend, so okay, fine. I will also say that, like, usually I don't get crushes on my fictional characters because, one, I'm married, and two, like, they're fictional. But Aiden is pretty dreamy. I got to admit, he's so protective and so sweet, and oh, him and Vanessa are so good together because Vanessa's sassy and quirky and he's just on another playing field. So that's all I'm saying. And then these two I did not read in a vlog. So there's The Pallbearers Club by Paul Tremblay. This was so disappointing. I had such high hopes for this book. I thought that, like, so you follow this guy in high school who starts this pallbearers club where they attend funerals of, like, the homeless and of people who don't have anyone to attend the funerals with them. And so I thought that it would be, like, ghostly and scary. It was boring, mundane, and vampires, question mark. I did not like this. I think I gave it 2 stars, but I've been struggling between a 1 and a 2 star. I really had zero fun with this. And the last one is The Right Swipe by Alicia Ray. So I read this in between a bunch of, like, harder hitting books and spooky books, thinking that it would be like a fun, low stakes romance. Do not make that same mistake. This was still very enjoyable. I gave it 3 stars. It might be more like a 3 or 4. But you follow Rihanna, who has this dating app company, and she is trying to buy another one, and, you know, she has to get to know the rival company, so she gets to know, like, the spokesperson for that company, and they kind of low-key fall in love, but there's history between the two of them that is interesting. And then there's also a layer in this book of, I didn't care too much about the romance at first. Not even gonna lie to you. It was really slow. Didn't care about their past. Did not care about their romance. And so I was feeling like it was a bummer for me to read this. But then the second half happened, and it's not cute. It's not like a happy-go-lucky romance. It got dark. It went places. There's mentions of sexual assault and the aftermath of that, and it was really hard to read. But I have said it a million times on my channel, I love those books that go places and like talk about the dark things, the things that a lot of people don't, you know, we can turn a blind eye to. I love when books have that in there, and it just made me see the characters on a different, like, in a different way. And I really ultimately ended up enjoying this book. It's probably closer to a 4-star than a 3-star. But those are all, are those all 25? I think so, but yeah. Those are all the 25 books that I read in January of 2024. So don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite book of the month was, or how many books you read in January, or just tell me your favorite book of all time, because I love hearing that too. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.